Alright people, we are back in action. It is Tuesday. We have some news in this macro, which means I'm most likely not gonna bother trading this macro. Plus we have a crazy SMT going on. Lows on ES have been kind of tapped. I mean, it's a pretty bloody hell. It's a perfect equal low. Look at that. Perfect equal low. So we got equal lows on ES. Nasdaq is somewhere up in all-time highs. ES nowhere near it. If we look on the 15-minute, ES is flipping nowhere. Huge SMT on the high time frame as well. So price just overall does not look favorable whatsoever. Don't get me wrong, we've had a nice displacement here with no fair value gaps. So it's just not looking good. I can't lie, it's not looking good at all. I don't think I'm going to bother even trading this macro because it just looks horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Because like, yo, if I'd entered a sell here, for example, if we got a decent enough setup, then I would be targeting here. But then again, I can't target there because ES is already at that low. So it's a lose-lose situation, you know. No point entering this. I'm most likely going to wait till either after the news or until the market sorts itself out and looks somewhat correlated. So that means most likely we're going to be waiting till the next AM session macro. So I will see you guys then. Alright boys, so first macro is over and there was no setups, no trades for me to take. There was a potential where after the news, price came down, internally manipulated these lows, tapped into this 1 hour fair value gap, and then started to displace a bit higher along with this SMT down here. Started to displace higher, had some sort of market structure shift, but unfortunately we did not get any fair value gaps or breaker blocks for us to enter from. So, well, there was a breaker block right there, but no fair value gaps to go along with that. So I did not enter anything, and I'm just gonna wait till next macro. Hopefully we have some sort of setup there. Alright, so we are back in the second AM macro. It is currently about a minute away from macro open, and price is looking a bit like before. I can't lie, we had a possible entry here. We had a sell side liquidity get swept, we had a market structure shift, decent displacement, decent FEG, and before macro opened, price just dumped it. So yeah, that entry would have been violated if I did enter, but luckily I didn't because it wasn't in the macro yet. So we're gonna wait here and possibly see if we can get another entry model within the macro. Hopefully, after sweeping this, oh my god, I'm so tired. Excuse me. After sweeping this sell side liquidity or potentially internally manipulating it, I will be looking for some sort of entry. But as we can see, we've had a SMT right here, so which is in our favor. Kind of makes me want to enter this, but since this fair value gap has been closed and the new one has been open, that bearish one, I'm not too confident in it. So we're gonna wait, see if we can potentially get some sort of entry here. Jeez, why am I so tired? And yeah, hopefully we can, because this doesn't look too bad actually. This looks pretty decent if I'm honest. We've got this sell side right here on ES that has been yet to sweep, and it is miles away on Nasdaq. So yeah, we'll see. So now the market structure shift will be all the way up here, which is not ideal if I'm honest. This hourly fair value gap, I believe, is still open, yes, and there is a 4 hour fair value gap that we're in on ES. So we have some potential here, don't get me wrong, some potential, but it's not looking too promising if I'm honest with you. So I'd ideally want to see price come down all the way to these lows and sweep these one more time, and then from there I'd look for some sort of entry off of a lower market structure shift. But if not, if we pump all the way to these highs and then create a FVG, I will also enter off of that, because then it will be also a valid entry. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a few seconds. So we're in the second macro, right? But we did have somewhat of a potential setup because we had market structure shift, price came all the way down, swept this sell side and a bunch of other sell sides to the left, and then we displaced really nicely. But unfortunately, this fair value gap, it did not hold. There's an absolute, like, tiny, and I'm talking tiny fair value gap here. But the reason I didn't take this is because there's this 5-minute FVG right here that is pushing price lower, as we can currently see. So I need some more confirmation to enter this trade. I need some sort of better fair value gap, some better displacement, and ideally this sell side to get swept one more time. I need an internal manipulation before I can enter this trade, because at this moment it doesn't look the best, especially for no buys. So there's no sell setups since there's no buy side liquidity that's been swept. We've just been dumping and dumping. So what I'm hoping for is for price to soon or eventually retrace to at least 50%, and that would be my target if we do get some sort of entry. So we did just sweep this on ES, which gives us a SMT, which could be a good reason for us to enter here once we get a market structure shift and a nice fair value gap. Because until that, I've got no confidence in this trade. Since it's ranging like this, well, not ranging, it's just been dumping most of the day. We have now tapped into a bullish fair value gap. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we've just closed this hourly fair value gap. Yes, we have. So yeah, I'm expecting, or I would like to see some sort of retracement here. Unfortunately, there's not much that I see here, so yeah, not the best, I can't lie, not the best at all. Now that I look at it, there is technically this sell that we sort of missed, which I probably wouldn't have took anyway. We had this buy side liquidity get swept, price came down, inverted this 5-minute fair value gap, then we had a market structure shift around these highs, and then price came up and tapped into this fair value gap here. So you could have entered off of this fair value gap, targeting potentially these lows or even lower. But looking at this price action, since ES was completely at a different spot compared to Nasdaq, then yeah, I'm not too convinced on that. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna wait till this sell side gets swept. Hopefully, I don't know if this SMT is gonna hold, but if it does, then I'm hoping for some sort of a market structure shift to the highs. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, so it looks like we might finally have a potential entry. That is if this fair value gap stays open. We've had sell side swept, manipulated. Looks decent to me. It looks very decent to me. I'm gonna put me a... Jeez, don't close it, bro. Don't close it. Damn. And then it just pumps. The fuck? I have a feeling I'm not gonna get entered into this fair value. One. Boom. The limit buy is in. Let's see if we could maybe get some sort of an entry here. Stop loss is going to be quite tight, as it's looking at around 11 points. Take profit at around 23. Decent. Although I might target a bit higher for about 50, since we have yet to come and tap equilibrium of this big drop that we've been having. So I'm gonna have my finger trigger ready. ready to put the stop loss in. I could technically just do.
Order filled.
We are in. Stop loss is on. $230, which is a bit more than I was expecting, but okay. And then take profit. These highs will be 500, so I'll be happy with them highs. About 480. Quick little scalp. I don't think I will go all the way up to here, since there is that 5-minute fair value gap, which could potentially push price lower once again. So I have now changed from minis from micros to minis. That's why my entries are a bit larger, or my position size is larger, which is weird because I used to enter five micros was equal to, if I had a say like 11 point stop loss right now, it would be around $110, which 5 micros is apparently 1 mini, and I've just entered 1 mini and it's way more than $110. It's $230, which is a bit weird, but listen, that means our take profit is also going to be larger. So I am coming closer to the end of this combine now, so I am going to be upping the risk a bit, since we are still quite some ways away from passing it. So we have like 2k left to pass it. Hopefully we can get that done and dusted. I feel confident about it. So yeah, this trade though doesn't look like it's gonna work with this dump that we're just having, which is not ideal. It's gonna be $230 lost, and that's probably gonna be my only trade for the day, since the next macro is the AM to PM macro, which I don't like to trade since it's just not the best, you know. Let's see if we're gonna get stopped out here or not, or is price going to give us a chance? Doesn't look like it, guys. Does not look like it. Most likely gonna hit stop.
Order filled.
So we are out for $230, which not too mad about, can't lie. The setup was really good. We had really nice displacement, market structure shift, internal manipulation, pretty much everything aligned. We was inside this 4-hour bullish, and yeah, it was very good setup, very good setup. Unfortunately, did not work for some reason. Don't really know why, but it might be because we're in a flipping selling off market. But I was expecting price to come at least maybe give us some retracement, since we've not had any retracements during this big dump. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there for the day, guys. We are down $230 on a not the worst trade, I can't lie. I've had better ones, but this one was good as well. We had Southside Sweep over here, where it was in this 4-hour fair value gap. We had internal manipulation, price came down, market structure shifted, we had nice displacement, FEG, pretty much everything. So yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Alright gang, so I know I said this is me done for the day, but I was just looking at the PM macro, and we've got this really nice setup over here. We've had this hourly sell side liquidity sweep, which is a lot better than the 15-minute we had up here. We have also just had a beautiful displacement to the highs, along with this market structure shift. So I said, why not a little 1-lot entry? So we'll see if we can potentially get something here. Hopefully we can, because if it comes all the way to here, I'm gonna be over risking, I can't lie. If I'm gonna enter there, my stops will have to be below around here, which I'm not too keen on doing, I'm not gonna lie, which is looking like I'm gonna have to do anyway. So we'll give it a go.
Order filled.
We are in. We'll put our stops just below these fair value gaps, risking 365, which is not ideal, don't get me wrong. I'm not too happy with the risk, but geez, what is this no value gap here? That's weird. Potentially target up here, which is a really nice target, I can't lie. 1.3 bandos is looking really clean. We've just had a market shift, which means I'm gonna trail up stops to this low, because we broke structure. I'm considering maybe just taking off price it this high, 500 bucks, as it would just be a quick little scalp, make us back the loss, and so on top. So let's see if we can get that here. I will put it just below, so now there is actually a chance for it to hit. Not like last time where it just goes up and then doesn't tap me out. So it is pretty much a break-even trade right now, so more than happy to take this. I'm just hoping it hits before.
Order
Oh,
filled.
nice. So we're up 300 bucks on the day now. So that was a beautiful little scalp that we just took. We had a hourly sell side liquidity swept down here. Price came down and started to show me those little internal manipulation right here. This was an SMT since ES has already swept this low, as you can see. And then we had a very nice clean displacement, fair value gap, market structure shift, and then just target nearest highs. I could probably target up here and it will probably hit, but I ain't trying to risk that much time and the potential for it to come down. If I can just be in profit and up on the day as well, I'm more than happy to take it. So now it's going to be me for the day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.